What's up, guys, and welcome back to Planet Zoo Creation Celebration episode number 2. So I found another two very beautiful creations for you guys today. This first one is the Complex Vivarium by Danny Wan or Danny Wynn. I'm just going to call you Danny because I'm horrible with names. Danny's easy to remember. And just looking at, we'll start at the outside like we normally do. Lots and lots of foliage work, lots of garden work. You've got a nice power station right in there. It's probably far enough away to cause any issues. You got several entrances, exits. I think you got 3 of them. You copied it over, made it nice and pretty. Obviously, this would go on the back side of the zoo, like towards the border of the zoo, so no need to decorate it the back out. But I love the little details that you put in here, like the stump here. I mean, you put in a lot of work, especially decorating the outside. I mean, this is really incredible. There's a lot of copy and paste. I can see that you use the same rocks over and over again, like up here, the vertical ones. Not too big of an issue because it doesn't distract from the rest of the build. Unless you're looking for it, you're not going to see it. Things like this, honestly, what I would do with like this foliage and stuff, just rotate it around, mix it up a little bit. That way you don't have these patterns to where it's super obvious that that's what you did. You just plopped this down, plopped it there, 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 there. You just kept left clicking. If you rotate these around to where it doesn't create this pattern, it'll make the build look better. All right. Going up towards the top, very, very nice. The glass work seems to be pretty dang spot on. A little bit of clipping, but that's not a huge ordeal, especially when you think that most people will view a zoo from like down in this level. If you're doing like a zoo tour or something, that clipping won't even be noticed. So not a huge ordeal, but be mindful of stuff like that when you go through your builds. Just go through all angles and see what isn't quite right, like clipping. It's not a huge clip, so I mean you can easily fix that and you won't have any issues with your overall build. I can't imagine anyways. So let's check out the inside. There were some things I noticed on the inside that I do want to address. Outside of it being a really beautiful build, guys, one of the things, Danny, I would do is I would bring some kind of wooden log, even something like this, up in here. They're small ones. You can even get a small wooden post just to connect the glass maybe. There's nothing wrong with how it is. I mean, it's clearly supported, but it does seem a little off that the glass just kind of suddenly ends there. So that's just a small minor suggestion there. For your enclosures for your exhibits, you left out the educational boards, which is fine. If somebody wants to add those, you can. You gave them that option, but it would be kind of nice to have them in place. But like I said, I mean, it's not that huge of an ordeal. Wow, you even put fog in here? I didn't even see that. Nice touch there. But yeah, educational boards would be nice to have already pre-installed. But yeah, you go through this, guys, and it's incredible. Lots and lots of green. You got the butterfly lights up here. I can see some lights up here, maybe, unless that's like the mister. Um, but yeah, you got it to where this is almost like a greenhouse, but it's for our exhibits, which is really, really cool. Coming over here, you can see some issues with the pathing. I did try to path this out, and everything was going swimmingly. I picked one of your vivariums here, set it to grid. Everything was going great until I got to this corner. For some reason, it said it was obstructed. So I deselected the grid and did the best I could there. Same thing with this whole line right here. This whole line was obstructed for pathing. So I'm not sure how you overcame that, but whatever you did, it would be really cool if you put some kind of guide on your Steam Workshop telling people how to path this out correctly. And again, I got it to work here, but for whatever reason, I couldn't get the path over into this gallery on either side of the gallery. And it just gives me that obstructed error. And I've switched up every setting I could switch up. It just would not let me put the pathing in this gallery area. So again, if you put some instructions down, either in the Steam Workshop, or even if you put like little signs, a step-by-step guide, just outside of the build telling us how to create it, that would be awesome. It would really help people out. It would definitely increase the chances of people using this in their own zoo. But outside of that, this is a fantastic build. It's very lovely. I love the greenery. I'm a nature type of person when it comes to like zoos and stuff. I don't like the city look. I really like this, let's mesh into nature, make things as pretty and colorful as we possibly can. So I still give this a grade A. One of the things that I would suggest for all creators, not just yourself there, Danny, but for everyone, is take multiple screenshots of your build and upload those into your Steam Workshop. You've only got one picture. So it doesn't really advertise your build. Take a whole bunch of pictures from different angles, inside, outside, get some pictures of it at night. Let people, basically show people what they're going to get. With just one picture, it's kind of like, it's almost like false advertising because you don't know exactly what you're going to get. I took a risk. I uploaded it because I wanted to show it off. I'm not disappointed, but it would have been nice to know exactly what I was downloading, right? But anyways, enough of that. Let's take a look at this sucker. That's not what I want to do. Let's take a look at this sucker at night and see what kind of lighting you have in here, if any. Very nice subtle lighting on the outside. Perfect. It is perfect. I love it. You got some lighting underground. I believe you do anyways. You can check. Yep, there you go. Let's get rid of that. Perfect. Really, really nice lighting. I love how you kept the lighting very, very subtle. It's not overpowering and it's not underwhelming either. So good job, Danny. I really do appreciate how you did that on the outside. Let's take a look on the inside. Still very subtle. I think you could use a little bit stronger lighting in here, but not a whole lot. Like on these posts, that would be a perfect spot, or even some like track lighting, track style lighting on the tops here. or even on the bottom here, uh, just to let people know where they're walking. um, but that's nitpicking. I mean, you did it here. This is awesome. You absolutely did it up on the gallery, but you didn't bring that down here. So that's just, make your theme mesh by repeating what you've done in some spots and repeating it down in others. It is a little dark. I'll be honest. It is a little dark down here on the bottom floor, and you don't really get that lighting until you get to this top floor, until you get to the gallery. So those are my criticisms. I hope they do help you in your future builds if you keep those in mind. And yeah, Danny, good job. And again, guys, let Danny know what you think about his what is this called? The complex vivarium. By going to his Steam workshop, giving it a thumbs up, leaving him a comment. I say him, I don't know. Leaving them a comment, and yeah, the link will be in the description below for both these builds. So with that, let's move on to the next one, which is, geez, I'm just flying all over the place here, which is the New World Staff Facility Complex by Feng Min. You have a different name in your title. You say New World Staff Facility Complex by Pi something. What's up with that? That almost seems like you took somebody else's build and are calling it your own. And if that's the case, that's not cool. Looking at the outside of this staff facility, obviously I like it because it's got that modern wood look, which we all know I love. So yeah, good stuff on the outside, absolutely good stuff. Coming into the inside, you've got the sign here that says staff, which is fine. No entrance there, okay. But what we're lacking here is, what are each of these rooms? I'm assuming this is a staff restroom, but if I go in here, no, it's not. What is that? What's its purpose? Granted, I can easily find that out, but have a sign up here. Let people know what they're getting. I liked how you've got it all together in this beautiful, beautiful complex. The issue is, like with Danny's build, the pathing. I tried to path this out. I really did. And when it comes to pathing, there's always issues when you go upstairs, especially when you have turns. It's much, much easier to come straight out and down than to have the turn. But for the visual side of it, the turn is great. But if you're going to do that, you really, really need to go into your workshop and give people who might use this in their own builds instructions on how to path it properly. Or like I said with Danny's build, attach a separate group of items that give you the instructions, step-by-step instructions on how to place and path the build out. It's really helpful when you do that, and like I said, it just increases the chances that people will use what you created, and it'll give you more advertisement, right? Speaking of advertisement, you did the same thing as Danny. You only took one photo and attached it, so I would highly recommend you go through, like right here, perfect photo op. And that will increase your chances of it being used. It'll increase your chances of it being viewed in the workshop as well. Just some tips, guys. You don't have to do multiple photos, but I promise you they help. They really, truly do help. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at this beautiful design at night. And all right, you need some lighting. I'm gonna throw that out there right now. You need some lighting. Um, I'm guessing you're fairly new to Planet Zoo, which is fine. Your skill level's not as high as other people's, and that's okay. All right, it really truly is okay. I'm gonna give you. I'm gonna show you kind of some stuff that I would do. All right. So we've selected our build. Come over here to lights. And I mean, we got all sorts of cool lights that we can use. So we can use like this bubble light. Let's hit X. And this is, you've already got the structure pre-made. So you throw this guy in here. Maybe put it like right in there. Let's see. Well, it's going to clip on one side or the other, but considering it's a modern build, you really don't have to worry about that too much. If you are worried about it, you can throw it right on top, just like that. So you get that there. Maybe put one there. Throw another one there. Throw another one here. Boom. Now your signage is lit up. Good stuff, right? It already looks better with some lighting. Same thing with over here. Let's see here. What can we find? I know there's some good like wall lights. Let's go with this. Ah, perfect. Right here. So let's take this guy. Throw it right there. Maybe throw another one right there. Looks good. Over here, we'll do the same thing. We'll keep the same theme. Press X. Bam, right there. Move it over. Bam, right there. Now we're starting to get somewhere. Now it's starting to look like we actually care about our staff instead of leaving them hanging to try to traverse the ground without any help. I don't really like that light. I really don't. I hate that light. It has its purposes, but eh. Let's see here. Well, that one's all over the place. Not a big issue. Same thing. Put it there. It's not really needed over here, but for continuity's sake, throw one there as well. And then do the same over here. I would actually, since it is a tunnel, I would throw these lights all up on this sucker, man. Boom, boom. Why is it going higher there? All right, fine. We'll go there. Just like that. Bring it over. Something like that. And then maybe something like that. Actually, I would leave that one out. Let's see. Do you have a spot for a nice hanging light? Not really. But even a classic, yeah, that's too bright. You already have the, you don't have the butterflies, do you? No, you don't. Okay. Actually, that would work. I think that works out pretty well, to be honest. Because if you have the staff signage, those are lit up as well. So as you can see, I mean, just looking at that, how it is, adding those extra lighting, with the exception of our transformer busting because we don't have staff here, but just adding that extra lighting really makes the build pop that much more. And these would be another great photo ops, you know. Get your Photoshop of the staff sign. Boom. You know, again, take the same pictures at night as you did during the day. Photo. Photo. You see what I'm saying here? Um, Over here, photo op. Get an elevated view, photo op. Um, really look at those details, and just putting in these small little things really does help make your build pop. The shades, nice. I like how you have the shades. You went all the way across, which looks good. Most people would just put one down over the door and call it done. You went all the way across. Great decision with that. I love how you use this modern glass roof. It really breaks up the build. It doesn't make the build look, um, how do I say it, too uniform, because modern buildings really aren't uniform. It's all about those different shapes and sizes and curves, angles, all sorts of crazy stuff, right? So the fact that you have these two flat roofs, which are the same, and you broke it up with this, and you broke it up with this glass archway, great decision. Artistically, very good decision. I love the backboard for your signage. You definitely created a custom sign with this. I do like that. I appreciate that. And you continued it over here, which is a good choice as well. Your railings, you added in the custom railing up in here. I love that. It's perfect. The circles, they're all about that geometrical shape of the modern buildings. Getting those different angles, getting those curves, the different heights, which you did an excellent job on. You've got things at different heights. Perfect. This is a modern build. I love it. I do. I love this build. In your upcoming builds, really put an eye into the detail, because that's where these builds really come together, and that's what makes an average build into something exceptional, is that eye for detail. Putting in lights where you should have lights. um, that was probably my biggest criticism for you, outside of not having enough pictures, is not having lights. And as you can see, these circles, they're perfect. They mesh with this build. The modern wall lights here, they mesh with the build. They work. So explore the game a little bit more. Explore the different options. You're clearly already doing that, but give it a little bit more effort. Explore some more. Both of you have very, very strong foundations. You both have a good eye for design. There's just little things that you can do to improve what you've already got. So I highly encourage both of you to really explore things to make your builds even better. You all have something really good to contribute to the Planet Zoo community. Show it off. Absolutely, positively show it off. You guys have got amazing stuff. And I love seeing, from, the very beginners all the way up to the legendary builders. I love seeing what you guys do, because everybody has a different take on how something should look, what looks best and whatnot. And it's great to come through and take ideas. Like, for example, I love how you've got this log, this horizontal log, breaking up your waterfall. That's such a good idea. I've used that before, but I forget that I can do that. Uh, Either way, guys, keep going, keep pushing, keep challenging yourselves to do something outside of your little bubble of comfort. And you'll be surprised at the stuff that you come up with. I promise you, you will be surprised. Try using different pieces for different functions. You'll be surprised what you come up with. Um, but yeah, guys, if you like the video, hit that like button. If I've earned it, hit that subscribe button. And as always, be safe, be cool, and have fun. We'll catch you in the next one.